Math is a wonderful thing. Math is a really cool thing. So get off your ass, let's do some math. Math, 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 math.
First, you want to take out your math textbook and turn to page 204. We're going to be doing number 4. The question is, explain how you can solve this equation using 2 different strategies. Let's write it out first so we can have a better look. Please ignore the missing v and solve. The first thing we're going to do is bring all the numbers to the same size and equate the equation to 0. To do this, we could group like terms such as x cubed, x squared, and x's to get the new numbers. Now we have a new equation to work with. Step number 2. Next, we're going to factor out x. This is the equation we're going to work with now. Third step. We already know that x is a factor because it's multiplying to the second half of the equation to equal 0. To find other factors, we'll use guess and check. We'll try f of negative 1 to see if it equals 0 when subbed in as x. And it does. If f of negative 1 equals 0, that means that x plus 1 is a factor. Step to solve for more factors is long division. Next, we'll set up our long division equation using x plus 1 as our divisor and x cubed minus 3x squared minus 25x minus 21 as our dividend. Now you have to think, when multiplied to x, what would give me x cubed? I get x squared. You then put x squared on top of the equation and multiply it in to x and then to plus 1. Underneath x cubed and negative 3x squared, you would put x cubed plus x squared. You then subtract. The x cubes equals 0, but you have a negative 4x squared remaining. And you bring down the negative 25x. You then have to think, what number subtracted from negative 4x squared will give me 0? The answer is negative 4x. You then multiply negative 4x to x and then plus 1. You subtract those numbers to get your answer. You can do the math and let's check ours together. Once you get your answer, you could then subtract the numbers. I get 0 and negative 21x. Next, you bring down the negative 21. Next step, think to yourself, what multiplied to x plus 1 will give me negative 21x and negative 21? The answer is obviously negative 21. You toss that bad boy right on top of your equation. Multiply negative 21 to x and 1. Subtract the numbers. And you'll wind up with your answer, 0 and 0. That then means that x squared minus 4x minus 21 is also another factor. On to our second step. We now know 3 factors. We can write them out multiplied together and equate them to 0. First is x, then x plus 1 in bracket, and finally x squared minus 4x minus 21. Equate those suckers to 0 and that's our equation. Okay, third step guys. X and x plus 1 are already fully factored. However, we could factor our trinomial. It is equal to x minus 7 and x plus 3. All 4 of these numbers are factors, so we equate them to 0. Congratulations! You have successfully solved for 4 x-intercepts. Option number 2 for solving the equation. Use an electronic graphing device. I have chosen Graphmatica, which looks like this on your computer. You could then put your equation into the bar above. In this case, we've put our already factored equation into it, so we've already factored out x. This was done in our first step of the original way to solve. Once you're done, press enter. We already know that x equals 0 since we factored it out, but this will show you two other of the other x-intercepts, -3 and 7. Next, plug in your equation without the factored out x. Click Tools and then Evaluate. Put in x equals -1. It will then show you your final x-intercept, which is -1. These are the two different strategies you can use for solving for x-intercepts.
Math is a really cool thing. So get off your act, let's do some math. Math, 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 math.